Hello everyone, happy Monday. I am coming late today because I just got done doing all the new t-shirts for what's coming for summer and some more patriotic stuff. So that literally took me forever, but I had to order t-shirts, I had to do the transfers, and so I am running a little bit late, but we're going to do this craft tonight right now instead of later. And so that way, if you're on the replay and I'm not here later, that would be why, because I'm already getting a late start. So hello everyone, I'm crafting a flamingo. It is this one right here. I've been trying to do these glass cutouts during the day so that you guys can see the different ones, and that way we can do like other crafts in the evening. But it is Monday, and typically I don't craft on Monday nights, but I didn't craft last night because I just was like, I'm taking the whole entire weekend to do nothing. So that's what happened. Hello everyone, welcome. So in case you are new to these videos, I mostly do a lot of live videos. I will then take some of these videos, edit them, voice them over, and upload them. But for the most part, I do craft live. Hello Debbie Owen, how's it going everybody? And so that's what we're going to do today. And I'm at the warehouse and I don't have a lot of space here. So I just do like an overhead view, and then you can watch and see. A lot of people like the up close where they can like see everything. And some people are like, this is just weird, I can't see your face. So it is what it is. But welcome. So I worked on new shirts. There's some really, really cute ones that are coming. So I had to order some transfers that we were out of. And then I had to order some t-shirts and a couple other things. Gosh, I can't remember. Oh my goodness. It's just been such a long day today. Hello, hello, hello. And then our order for our boards are supposed to come today, but they didn't put a lift gate on the shipment. So they're like, well, we have to get authorization for a lift gate, because I'm like, we don't have a forklift. So it is what it is, but hopefully they'll come tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cute shirt. This is our February. Was this the t-shirt club for February? I think this was a February t-shirt club. And I just uploaded the video today of the June t-shirt club if you want to go see what it looks like. If you sign up in May, you're getting the June shirt. So the May shirts will go out on the 15th, which the shirts typically ship on the 15th. So thank you so much. You love the laugh crafts. I do too. My chair is super squeaky. It brings back memories. Hello. Okay. So, because it's already almost 5 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and like flip this camera, and you guys can watch on the replay if you want to. This is the flamingo. I feel like I have something on my lip. I don't know, but this is the flamingo, and I am going to do this very colorful, and I think it's going to be really fun, especially like for summer. These make really great classes. They're really awesome to craft at home. We have crushed glass, we have crushed shell, we have these cutouts, and there is a large variety. My goal is Wednesday. So tomorrow my goal is to do the crafty crate for June. I need to do that because I didn't get it done today, because I still have like designs uploading to the transfer people. So that just got done. So my goal is to create new outlines for the glass crafting probably Wednesday or Thursday, and that will take me probably about 7 days to do. And we just did a lot of things for summer and patriotic. So I'm going to try to create some of these and include some more summer, some everyday type of things. I'm going to work on some Christmas for Christmas in July, and then probably a few fall. I know, right? It's still spring. We're talking about fall. It just takes me so long to do this stuff that I really need to do it in advance. So did I get your email, Joyce? I haven't checked my email today. So if you sent me an email over the weekend and I didn't reply, try resending it, and I will check it. But I haven't checked them today, but I did check over the weekend. I didn't check yesterday. But I had some things I had to do today. So, and then I had to go over the weekend and get Michelle a new computer at Costco because her computer stopped working. So she spent yesterday and yesterday evening getting that set up. So if you sent anything over the weekend, it was probably what happened is we were having I was taking my weekend off and she was having computer issues. So anyways, so let's do this, and I might change my mind on a couple of colors for this. I'm going to try to do some, I don't want to say like, well, maybe kind of like an ombre type of thing, the way that we've blended like the crab. So I really want to do a couple more of those so that people can see just how easy it is to do it. We did it on the lampshade, which is over there, and then we did it on the crab, and we did it on something else, I feel like, and I don't really remember what that was, but and then I'm gonna get this iPad over here pulled up so that I can at least read the comments when you guys are commenting. And if you have any questions about these cutouts or our glass, please feel free to ask the questions, and I will do my very, very best to answer them. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Pull this up. There it is. Alrighty. Sweet. Can't wait to see the flamingo. I can't wait for you to see the flamingo either. What's up, Dina? Okay, so let me raise this up just a little bit because it'll bump right into my head if it sits right here at this height. So I need to have it a little bit above my head. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Sorry, you have to look at the crazy ceiling. All right, so let me scoot this over just a little bit, move it up, and then zoom it in. No, that's a little too far. That's probably good right there. That's probably good. There's a light here that I don't really want to bump into. There we go. Okay. Hello, Kim. All right, let me get some water. Okay, everything, oh, wax paper. I almost forgot the most important part. Not that this, I keep saying I'm going to replace this contact paper, and I just haven't done it yet. I haven't done it. All right, let's see. Oh, this is style number 35, and if you see this little piece here, you just pop it out. You can just twist it and it'll pop right out. Really super easy. So this is style 35 and this is a 12-inch. Jean, I'm so glad. Okay, I knew people were going to start getting their crafty crates. And I wasn't sure if people were going to love it because we've done a couple of interchangeables this year, and I was like, but I really love this one and I think it's going to be so fun. Where's my black? Here it is. If y'all don't get our crafty crate, it is a surprise box every month, and I'm telling you right now, you know, at the end of the day, I realize, like, you know, money is tight for people and people want to know what they're getting, but I'm telling you right now, you just got to trust me when it comes to these monthly boxes, because I really truly think so much about, like, each month's box. We're just going to paint the outline of this black. Each month's box, I really put a lot of thought into and try to create like a fun variety. I always try to think about how people can get like the most out of their box and the use of it. And this one is an interchangeable for, you can't get the box anymore. It's sold out because we're now doing June's box. But the May box has like 9 inserts. It's got an interchangeable. It's really, really, really cute. And so I'm glad that you like it, Jean. And if you do get our crafty crate and your box hasn't come yet, you can go into your account and track your shipment and see where it's at. Because sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Now I'm doing outline on this black because I really like the black outline, but you could do a different color. Like we did those wings pink. They were really pretty. What resin do I like? I like the KHKD resin. We've ordered resin from China. It's going to be here on Thursday, but it won't be available until probably next week. And long before the tariff stuff happened, I did a test order of resin. We have like 500 things of resin coming. Actually, we have 1,000 bottles, but it's an A and B. And so those are coming, and we'll probably just offer the ones that I've ordered. And if the tariffs don't change, we may not reorder them because when I went to get another quote on shipping for it, the tariff added to my shipping price was almost 4 times the cost. So that, it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it, but we did get I did order before, you know, all the tariff stuff happened, so. But I like the KHKD. I know that everybody's going to shop their own, you know, brands and stuff, but I figured if we carried resin in like a smaller quantity, especially for like people to try our kits, it took me a long time to find, to get like samples and test it and then order. It takes like 30 days just to ship on a boat. So, but we do have resin coming. I wasn't going to order it, but then I was like, you know what? If I just create disclosures, if I test the product and I see like how it goes, I think we can probably carry it. And so it is what it is. We'll see what happens. We shall see. All right, let me dry this. Well, I have some companies that make resin in the United States. So the brand that makes art resin, I was going to have them manufacture resin for us, but the cost of resin to be made in the United States was absolutely ridiculous. And I know here, let me just give you the rundown, okay? I'm gonna flip this over and paint the backside. So ordering overseas, you are getting things a lot more affordable, and our order doesn't come with labels, so we have to label our own, which, you know, is something you would pay for someone to do for you. And so I'm like, I can just order the labels and do it myself. And then so I started looking like a couple weeks ago. I've already had 2 calls with companies on manufacturing resin for us. And so to have art resin create, like the company that makes art resin, manufacture resin for us, which they would do, because they would do, it's called like private labeling, or, you know, white label a product. Somebody else's, you know, they make it for multiple companies and they put your label on it. That's pretty common for businesses to do, is either private label or white label. And so when I had the meeting with them, for example, this right here is, this is a KHKD. Of course, it's made in China. And I went to the company who makes this, and I was like, I really like this, and I wonder if they can just let me buy it without labels and put my own sticker on it, because they do that. I ordered the 8-ounce versions of this. This one is, or the 4-ounce, this is 16. So I did the 4-ounce and 4-ounce, okay? And it will be, this, I think, so ours will be $9 or $10 for the kit that we got because of the quantity I ordered. So the more you order, the cheaper things are. So if I was to order, let's say 5,000 things, I could probably get the cost of that down to probably $8 instead of 10. But anyways, so the cost for a 8 ounce, which is a 4 and 4, was going to be, I think it was $8. That's the cost. And then you have to order a full pallet, which was like, I believe like 5,000. So even at 5,000, made in the United States at $8, you know what that means in a business. You have to price your product times 2 or times 3 if you're going to offer it at a wholesale, like at a wholesale price. So, and then you also have to account for that anytime you do a discount or a sale. So if you're doing something, let's say I put this in the shop for $7, I have to make sure that the cost of the product includes the ability for us to run deals and specials and sales, plus taxes, you know, plus all the things that we have to pay. So anyways, so I looked at USA companies, and when you think about it, people will pay those prices, but my customer base is not I don't want to say it in a bad way, but like the people who mostly shop with me are always looking for things that are super affordable and a great deal. And I think that's everybody, but I can't imagine that I would offer a product that cost, you know, $40, because I think that art resin is like $35 for like this, or I think the 32 ounce, I'm not sure what their cost is. It could be like 50, over 50. But this was like, I want to say like 15 or 16. I don't know. I don't know. But I can't give it too much energy. I can't spend too much time on it. You know what I'm saying? I got to do what I can control. So, all right, let's go over this one more time in a couple of areas where I feel like it's a little lighter. Because I'm trying to decide which side I want to be my main side. Which side? Which side do I want it to be? Do I want it to be this side? Or do I want it to be this side? I really kind of like this side. But I also really like this side. I think I want to go with this side, maybe. I cannot decide. Let me take this paper out. Side A, side B. Okay, I think I like it this way, this orientation. I keep flipping it over because I can't decide. All right, let me put this paint over here. All right, so we're going to make sure this is dry. I think it's a little wet right here. It's still wet on this side. I kind of like it facing this side, but I also like it this way too. I'm just gonna stick with my, I'm just gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna do this side. All right, so let's set this aside and let's roll this stuff out. Okay, this is the transfer tape, the paper transfer tape, and this one is that Frisco Craft. Now this one you got to use like a brayer. This is the Frisco Craft. It's probably backwards for you, but it's Frisco Craft, and I got it on Amazon, and it is called paper transfer tape. Paper transfer tape. I mean, it's sticky. It is sticky. All right, so I got my little hanger up top. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna roll this back out just a little bit more. And stick it on here. A little bit extra. And then we're gonna cut it with my sparkle scissors. Oh, is it the right way? Maybe it's because it's a forward camera. All right, I just try to roll it back and seal it. It'll probably peel back up, but that's okay. All right, I am going to flip this over. Oops. And then I'm gonna do the little braying. Burnish, I'm gonna burnish it. I learned that recently, to burnish. All right, if you fold the corners or just cut it off, it's less for you to have like, you know, to bother with. So let's flip this over. Is that right? Is that the side I picked? I think I picked the other side. I'm just gonna leave it. It is what it is. Actually, I'm gonna flip it because I like the other way better. All right, let's flip it over. All right, now let's bray it. Let's burnish. All right, this is just a popsicle stick or a quart size. I figured it out. I got it. I'm really gonna do my edges. You could also use like credit card, like an old credit card, gift card. Just make sure you get your edges really good. I feel like a couple areas need a little bit of extra. But mostly the edges. Because we don't want that to leak. The great thing is the glass won't leak up under here, but the resin can leak out of your edge. And the more you get it good and stuck, the better your project will be. I always get afraid that I'm going to pop a hole in it, which I have done that before. All right. There we go. That looks pretty good. All right, we're gonna use this for our resin momentarily. Okay, so my vision for this one, y'all, okay, bear with me. My vision for this one is to use the lemon drop for the sun, which I'm gonna treat this like it's a sun, and then these are like right in through here is like the sun rays, where we can just do the sun like up top. You know, this is like a stained glass look, so you can kind of do like abstract if you want to. So I'm like, do I want to do a yellow, 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 and then have it like little yellow bits, like it's, you know, bursting with the yellow, and then do like the sky kind of color behind. So I think that's what I'm going to do. The flamingo is going to be the pink pop. I love this pink pop. The sky itself, I was thinking of doing the daydream color, mixing it in with this here, what is this one, mermaid tail? I think this is in his mermaid tail. Yes, I always forget that the labels are on the back. So mermaid tail and daydream. And like I said, I might change my mind on those. For the little greens, I was going to mix in, because I already have this mix here, I was going to mix the two greens. This is Treetop and Ivy Breeze. So I was thinking of doing that. And then in this area here, and so this is supposed to be leaf here. And then I hadn't decided if I wanted to make this like a flower shape here, or if I just wanted to do it in a leaf shape. And then this is a leaf, this is a leaf, these are leaves. It's probably like, this is probably a leaf too. I don't really know for sure. It's like whatever you envision it to be. It's probably supposed to be leaf, 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 and not leaves. Not sure. And I think that this is supposed to be just a leaf here, like in a sprout, and then a leaf here. But I feel like these two could be leaves. But then I think it's going to look weird if I don't do, you know, if I just do this a leaf. So I thought about doing this shell, this shell, this shell. What we're going to do for sure is we're going to do our flamingo and our sun first, because I feel like those I can start to identify, and then we'll come back to it. We'll come back. All right, I got this silicone cup here, which I really like to like pour. You can pour out of the bag, but then it goes everywhere. So this is a lemon drop, and we're going to go ahead and add our sun. And this is a 2-ounce bag here. All right, so we're going to do the lemon drop in here. And you can wear gloves if you want to. It's probably best if you wear gloves. Hello, Daily with Deb. How's it going? I'm on early today because I got a late start because my computer is over there loading t-shirt stuff that I had to work on today. Okay, so let's do, this is our interpretation. So I'm going to go yellow here. Or it's my interpretation. Got a little piece. I'll have to get my little sticky stuff. I did not go over the weekend and get my fingernail fixed. I figured, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. I'll have to get, oh my goodness. I'll get that. Hello, April Kittle. How's it going? Now, if you guys remember on the lady with the umbrella, the girl with the umbrella, we added glitter. I thought about adding glitter to our flamingo, but I feel like it might be a little challenging to do that. I put too much, so I'm going to scoop some out of the middle and move this around. Am I still celebrating my birthday? Oh no. No, I actually was like, I'm 47 now. I think it's time to just, you know, let me be 47 for one day, and then we're on to the next day. Now we're going, you know, a day closer to 48. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Holy cow. Can't believe I'm so old. But I'm not really. I feel old. My husband and I literally, we went to Costco on Saturday. And y'all, Costco was a madhouse. There were so many people there. I was like, everybody must wait till Saturday, like me and my husband do. And then Michelle met us there, so we shopped around with Sawyer. The girls stayed at my house with their dad, and they got to play. Everyone deserves to be celebrated. That's true. Most of the time you still feel 40-ish. I do too. I mean, I am still 40-ish, so I guess that would be why. Let's see. Let me get my little sticky stuff. I use these little glue dots. Which way do we gotta go? There we go. I get like 2 of the glue dots, and then I can get this glass up out of these little openings that I dropped. Because we're gonna do our flamingo next. I think the sun is really pretty. I feel like this right here needs just like a couple. We might have to add a little more. That stuff is sticky. All right, we'll fix it whenever we add our resin. Okay, sun, check. Check, check, and check. This is my interpretation of little sun rays. And that is lemon drop. Lemon drop. So this is a 2 ounce of lemon drop. We didn't use very much of it. All right, let's do our flamingo pink. So we got pink pop, and this is probably going to take a little bit more than you might imagine. Because these openings are a little bit larger. You can use some, you know, your fingers. You can use something else. Definitely, if you handle the glass, wash your hands afterwards. Don't touch your face, because this is like little small particles. Isn't it gonna be so cute? The cups are from Amazon, yes. This actually came in a kit that I bought. And they're mixing cups, but they don't. Here's the thing. It says that the resin is supposed to like easily remove once it like cures, and you can just like pop it right out. That's not true. I've had to scrub those little cups, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get these disposable ones because I spend entirely too long trying to clean out the little silicone cups. I'm sure there's probably a trick to it, but I can't figure out how to make it work. Alrighty. That's pretty good. Hello, Patty. So we're doing this one for summer. I thought we could do some summery ones. Kind of beachy, coastally. Super duper cute. All right, we'll come clean this up. Oh, hey, Sarah. What's up, girl? Girl, I sat at my desk literally the entire day today working on my computer. I'm so over it. Definitely not a fan of computer work. But we do have new t-shirts coming, so that's a good thing. You can't tell me this pink glass is not just the cutest. And I think I might do like, I might do the, where is it? Like I did on her umbrella, add the glitter. I think I might do the glitter. But do you see how it looks really vibrant, but it does like, it does tone itself down a little bit when you add the resin over the top, and then we added shell down here. But I like how we did the little glitter up in her umbrella. So that's my thoughts for our little flamingo. Oh, the dreaded computer work. Mm-hmm. That's true. Love the pink. I do too. I do too. All right, so I'm thinking this also needs to be pink, and that little tiny spot right there. I'll just get it in there the best I can. I might have to add some back later. Okay, so that right there seems really dark, don't you think? I feel like it looks kind of dark in there, not as vibrant as these. Okay, let's do this here, this one here. This here. I'll have to probably get some more pink. Yeah. What do I do with it? There's pink. It's gonna be so beautiful. All right, so I have used a little bit more pink. As you can see, there's a little bit more of the surface here, and we need to do like this part back here as well. So, and then once I get this glass added, I'll kind of like smooth it all out. That way I don't overfill it, because I feel like I can get away, you know, I can get carried away with overfilling. So get those corners. If you're new to this, you'll learn as you do these. Try really hard to get your corner. And then you just want to push it kind of down in so that the glass will settle. And then if you have any extra, you can always just like move it into the other little opening. Get in this little corner there. Just kind of rolling it into that corner and like shimmying my finger. Yes, the pink. It's so spectacular. All right, we got to smooth some of this down this way because we're a little filled right here. You can see where it's laying on the frame because there's too much. Just move it. It's really easy to move. And you just want to feel it to where you can feel it kind of level with the outline. You're at work? Well, I hope you have a good day. I'm at work too. All right, let's get this corner. I wonder if April dreams of like the sound of the tape gun. Because I can hear it like all the way in here. She's still in there packing orders. My dad packed orders and her literally the entire day. All right, let's see how she looks. Oh, she's looking spectacular. It'll kind of level itself out as we get things done. So I think the flamingo looks really good. I don't think I need to add anything else. So I'm going to put the rest of this back in this bag. Hello, Beth. Alrighty, now we need to figure out our greens, and so I have this, this is Treetop and Ivy Breeze mixed. So I'm going to use what I have here before I make any more. And I know that this is a leaf, so I'm going to go ahead and add a leaf here. And this is just, it's like a 50-50 mix of the Treetop and the Ivy Breeze. And it will make a, it'll make the green like this color. It is so much easier. My poor chair. I think we have WD-40. I need to go look. My power strip is making noise. That's weird. Okay, this one over here. Oh, I got a piece of green. Hello, Tammy. I feel like I need just a little bit more. we go. Squish it in there. Like I said, I'll go back and clean up the little glass, like the pink in there, the pink right here. There's a green here. I definitely feel like this could have like a little bit more, like in this little opening. Okay, then this one is a leaf as well. That's like a long shard. It's like a really long piece. There we go. Looks fantastic. Okay, now I need to figure out what am I doing with the bottom down here, because I really want to do like shell, but this dips up. I feel like I could do this a leaf and this a leaf. Let's do that. Oh, hey, Tammy. How's it going? It's the first time catching me live. Listen, girl, I'll be here for hours sometimes. I like to do the live crafting. I don't like editing videos at all because I just don't really have that much time to do it. I tried editing the spoon flower video this morning and then I got really frustrated and I was like, I'm not doing it. And so I'm like, I'll do it later. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the warehouse and do something else. I had already spent like an hour and a half editing and I still had like so much time left on that video. Oh goodness. Alrighty. Okay, I really like this side. I feel like this looks like it could have the corner of the leaf going in behind the flamingo. And then over here, I'm so unsure what I should do. I feel like this kind of stops. So this is not a design that I made, so I didn't do any editing or anything like that. So it's got these little like blocks, like, you know, if it was to be done with glass. And I feel like if I do this a leaf, that might make sense. But what doesn't really make very much sense is this up here. And I feel like this could be a flower, like the side of like the bottom of a flower. And I thought, oh, I could do an orange flower over here. Could do a little orangey flower. Let's do this. Let's do green here. I'm gonna run out. Let's do green here. Gosh, maybe I'll have enough. I doubt it. Gotta let your imagination run wild. That could stand to have a little bit more. and this one. So I'm gonna do a little bit of the treetop in there. And I'm just gonna like pinch it and then just kind of like drizzle it in, like right on top. And then I'm gonna do the same with this spot right here. Just kind of like put it on top and like squish it around. All right, let me get a little glue dot. Do you make the frame pieces? We do. We cut them on our laser machines. We have a bunch cut right now. The flamingo matches my nails. It does. It does. So Tammy, we have the crushed glass and we cut these wood outlines. This is a 12-inch. We also have these in 6-inch. And we can pretty much cut anything. I just have to have the design to do that. And I'm getting ready to work on some new ones. Ooh, this is like super sticky. All right, we want to get all that colored out of these little openings, because we don't want any. And these are just 3/8 dot. It's called a glue runner. Oh. Let me go show Tammy since she's new. I'm gonna go show Tammy what we do here. First of all, it's a mess in here. But we have these machines. So we have these laser machines. And we have 4 great big, they're the size of like a car, like a small car. And we cut these on, these are the cutouts. And then we do other kits too. Like we do other things. But as far as like the glass crafting, she just packed a bunch of these today. So this is part of what we got cut today that's left over for tomorrow. And like this is the 6-inch size. And then we have like 12-inch size. So, oh, it goes that way. And then there's like more over there. Like the tree of life is over there. The lighthouse that we did. This is the tree of life that we did. But this is someone's bulk order. And then we have more on here. We got these wind spinners. So this is the butterfly wind spinner. This is the hummingbird wind spinner. This is the dolphin. There's like 120 of these. There's the stars and stripes back there. There's a bunch. And then we have little things like this that we do. These little baskets, these little hugger things, little inserts of strawberries. A mushroom house insert. There's a bunch. There's a bunch of different things that we do. These are all turned off because they're done running for the day. And then we've got hutches, the bee hutch. There's the little 6-inch cow, the birds, you know, the birds that we did, the standing birds, those, and then this one is, I'm not sure which one this is. Oh, the beach hutch, that patriotic basket, that's kind of cute. And then on this one, this is glass outlines too. These are the little style 96 or 80s. I think it's 96. This is not the cardinal. This is a different one. And then this is the big version of the one we did with the Elmer's glue. And then this is a flamingo that I'm doing today. So yeah, we cut all of these on these machines here. And then when the orders are done, they get sorted into these carts. Like this cart has got orders on it to be pulled And April will take care of this. So these are the big carts that she moves in and out the hallway. And so she just got done doing this. This is the board, the cart board, the board cart. And then there's a desk. Here's my desk. I moved my chair. And then it's a mess in here right now. We need to completely clean this up. This is Dylan's desk, and it raises up and down. And then he's got a walking pad. And then, yeah, this is my messy desk. I brought an orange with me today. So that was my healthy snack. So anyways, that's what we do. We cut them all on our machines. All right, let's put you back up here. Now you got to see like what we do. In case y'all did not know. Let me zoom you back in just a little bit more. And scooch up. Little bit more. Sorry. I try to like get it out of the comments the best I can. All right. Hello, hello. I need to get, I'm trying to like shimmy in my chair a little bit so it's not so squeaky. All right, so down here, I'm gonna do shell here. Like a little shell, like a little rock. A little rock there, maybe. Oh, there's a little bit of green in there. Dump that out. Oh, you're welcome. I think it's fun to show the behind the scenes stuff. All right, this is crushed shell. This is a 16-ounce bag. These bags are $12. The 8-ounce bags are $7, and the 2-ounce bags are $3. And then you can kind of like pour it in your hand and like see which one, like what you want to put in, or you can just pour it in if you want to. Just like, it's mother of pearl. It's crushed. So if you don't like a specific shell that gets dumped in, you can always like pull it out and then change it. But I like to do a little bit like kind of heaping so that it has a little more texture to it. And then you just kind of like piece it in. There's like little copper piece looking pieces too. You just kind of move it around the same way you would glass. Just like that. Just situate it. I imagine that this is like, there's like water out back, you know, and it's like kind of down here, and there's like little rocks in a little scene in my mind. Some of these are really large. I'll pull those out. Now these are this shell is not small like the glass. This is like 3 to 6 millimeters. So it's a little bit bigger. Let me see what I can pull out of here. Some really pretty shades. Stick in there. And you can color this shell too with inks if you wanted colored shell. There's like, I think you can get colored shell on Amazon. If you do alcohol inks, they will bleed. So use like a Bombay ink if you do decide to color something. There we go. All right, let's see. Right here in this little corner, let me stick this little piece right there. feel like that fits very good, but I'm gonna do that. Looks good to me. And then right here, I'm gonna stick that piece right in that little opening there. Okay, so we've got a little rocky area. How do I want to do this? Do I want to do another rocky area, and this is kind of like this is like coming up behind, like, or in front of another rocky area, and then it will be like rocky. Let's do that. I like that idea. So let's do this little opening, and then right here. If I had, I'm gonna try and use some play sand in a couple of these coastal-y ones. I think that would be really fun. I have like extra bags of like sand at my house from the girls' sandbox. But it's gotta be washed. It's so bad. It's so bad. I guess that's supposed to be like that. I don't like that piece there. There we go. And then we'll do these out of here. I'm gonna put in like some colorful little pieces. Okay, I like this a lot. I think this looks really good. Let's do some of these, kind of in the corner. And let's drop that one right there. Okay. Looks great to me. It's starting to come together now. It's really starting to come together. I like it. All right, let me put this back in here. Oh, where did that go? That was the piece that fell. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that piece is too big. I feel like I can see the backer in that little spot right there. Put a little sliver. There we go. Sometimes it's hard when you have like a light color over that backer to see like what goes and what doesn't go. All right, so next, let me go get some orange. What size bag is the stone in? This is an 8-ounce bag, or a 16-ounce bag. But then our 8 ounce is also in the same bag. So this bag holds the 16 ounce and the 8 ounce. And then this is 2 ounce. We just don't open these for the 8 ounce. And then this is also 16. Let me go get an 8 ounce. I'll show you. This is an 8 ounce. So see, it's about half that. What color are you doing the bag? Oh, I haven't got there yet. I'm trying to decide on my flower. And then I also have the royal blue. This is the tidal wave. And then this is that sunset glow. I was gonna say this, it could be a flower here, but I feel like that might look weird. Let me think for just a second. I feel like that might look funny. I'm gonna do it just because I think it might be cool. I'm gonna do it. This is the sunset glow. We'll make this like an orangey tropical flower. That was a little much. Just a little orangey flower. I think it's cute. All right, now we need to figure out the back. Okay, so I'm thinking, I think I want to mix some colors for the background, but I don't think I want to use this blue. Oh, we also got to do the beak. Hang on, what do I do with the beak? I gotta do the beak. Did I not get it? Let me go grab it. It's golden honey for the beak. Go ahead and do that. Since this is already black, you know how flamingo has like that transitioned beak? I'm gonna just do it golden honey. Instead of doing like a black, like a super black. This will be yellow. It'll be like, not this yellow, but like, oh, the foot. Yeah, we gotta do the foot. What color are the flamingo feet? What color is a flamingo's foot? Hang on, let me look it up. Oh, pink. Pink. We gotta add pink to the foot. Oh. Hang on. It's pink. So, okay, we got the little beak here. Just need to add a little bit more. This little opening. I just Googled it. A flamingo's foot is pink. Fantastic. All right, let me get my pink back. Forgot about the foot. We don't need that much. The pink piece right there. Piece is really large. Try to wiggle it into that opening. There we go. All right. All right, let me get a glue dot. Put my shell back. Little pink foot. All right, did I get anything? Oh, I did. I got some of that yellow right there. And there's a little yellow right there. All right. I think that's good. So colorful. Oh, you know what we need? We need a shell for the eye. Let's get us an eye. Let's find us a shell piece. It's like perfect for the eye. Well, I don't really know that I like that. Okay, we'll place this in eye. We'll place the eye after we put the resin in. We need to do the background. All right, let's do our sky slash background. And I'm thinking I want to mix the tidal wave. So we got tidal wave. We're gonna need quite a bit of this, but I just want to start small. I'm gonna, I've got the shell piece. I'm gonna color it. I think I'm gonna color it. Got mermaid tail. Daydream. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do the royal blue. And if we have some of this left over, it'll be fine. All right, now I'm going to mix this. I'm just going to put my hand over and I'm just going to mix it up. Holy cow. Let me get a paintbrush. Stir this. I kind of like how it's colorful and speckly. All right, so we're gonna go in to here. Just start putting it in. I hope it turns out good. I'm just going to push it into the little corner here. It looks like confetti. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as I possibly can. It has like a mosaic look to it. You're watching from the beach? I'm so jealous. I really want to go to Destin this year. I'll probably wait and see if I can get like a last minute deal. I did that one year and we got a really good deal on a condo because somebody canceled. And I was like, we got to go this weekend though. We did. We got a really good deal. Do you have a dowel? I don't. Do not. You love it? So I just mixed, I eyeballed about equal parts of the colors. And then just mixed it up. And that was mermaid tail, tidal wave, royal blue, and daydream. it kind of looks very oceany. This would have been pretty with a mirror glass, but we don't have the mirror glass yet. It looks so oceany. I love it. All right, let's put a little in there. You can kind of be a little messy with this part because you're staying right within like the same area. You don't got to worry so much about not getting it into the other colors because you're just kind of going, you know, in the same vicinity. I like how there's a little bit of a green hue. Oh, I always touch the sticky stuff. Gotta be careful. I don't want to get that pink mix. Well, I don't want to get it in the pink. Can that cut your finger? I haven't cut my finger yet. I haven't had any issues. I mean, it is broken crushed glass. I'm not being really rough with it. So this pink right here, I mixed it by hand because we didn't have our mixers yet. I mixed it by hand with gloves on, and I didn't cut myself, and I was mixing 10 pounds at a time. So it can cut you, obviously, because it is crushed glass. I got blue into the pink. But I'm being really careful. Well, at least I'm trying to be really careful. Just gently moving my finger over it. If you've worked with this crushed glass since like we released it and you've gotten yours, you can like give your feedback on how else to explain it. Like you just, I mean, obviously you can cut yourself, it's glass. You can, you know, get the glass dust on you and it can get in your, you know, it can. I'm just being really gentle. Okay, you see how this is coming together? Look how colorful this is. All right, we need to put a little smither in there. Oh my goodness. I keep saying I'm gonna get tweezers to keep here because I took them home. I haven't done it yet. So the next step after this, we're just doing all these open spots the same color. No, we don't dye all of the glass. The pink pop, the purple rain, and the terracotta. Those are the only ones we color. Everything else is recycled glass. I hope you don't jinx yourself. Me too. Knock on wood. No, we only color 3 colors right now. Zach wanted to make a bunch of other colors, and I was like, no, dude. That's so many colors that we'd have to manufacture. So we make the pink, the purple, and the terracotta, which I haven't used the terracotta yet. Okay, we're getting close. It seems like we're not getting close, but we're getting close. What was that question? Does everything pull up together when it's dry? I don't know what you mean. When the resin cures, we pull this back off and all this stays in. Like we did the girl with the umbrella. So everything is still inside. And when you add resin, your glass changes. It changes. It becomes like a hazy glass. It's really cool. But if you don't do like the glass pieces and, you know, the soldering and, you know, all the beading, it's a really fun like faux glass craft that you can do. Like, it's really fun. And then I'll show you this other one. We have the lighthouse that we did. Now the lighthouse has the white glass. This has got the shell. This is where we did that sky that fades, and then our like light that's shining. We've got the light in the windows. Why is it dull on the backside? Have you tried sanding it? No. This is dull on the backside because this is where the backer is. If you don't want it to be dull on the backside, then you add a coat of resin. You add a clear coat to the top of it. So this top coat isn't exposed to anything that has an adhesive to it. So if you want, we've already talked about this, but I'm sure you may not have seen the other videos that we've talked about. If you don't want it to be a matte finish on the back, then add a clear coat. But this is what the front of it looks like after the resin cures. And then this is the back side, and then this is the front side of the tree of life. And that's just from adding that backer, the adhesive backer that holds everything in. I have not found a single like backer that holds everything in that keeps it shiny. You have to add like a top coat to it. Oh, which you could do a spray. You could do like a liquid glass. You could do some sort of, you know, glossy top coat. All right, let's finish this. You're gonna hang them in your camper. I love it. I don't have a camper, but there's a special adhesive backer you use. Yes. Paper transfer tape. Yeah, that's what this is sitting on, is the adhesive backer is what holds it in. What side of the wax paper you start with? It's not wax paper. It needs to be something that's a gloss if they're wanting a shine. All right, let's go around the rest of this. This flamingo is 12 inches. If you see my hands, they're about 6 inches, so it's the 12-inch one. We did the cardinal that was a 6-inch. I'll show it to you in just a second. And you just put your glass in. Somebody said to put resin in first. I just don't do it that way. You can do it that way if you want to. But in the time that it takes for you to add your glass, your resin will be curing, and you may not be able to use it unless you mix like a very minimal amount. Some people will put resin on the back of the cutout and then put it on like plastic wrap and let it cure overnight and not use this adhesive. I mean, there's several things. Some people have put theirs on a silicone mat with like coat the back of this with resin, put it on a silicone mat, let it cure, and then craft with the insides the next day. I mean, there's alternative ways. It's a glass separate. This is a wood cutout, and then you get your different glass colors that you want to craft with. We have some kits already made with like pre-selected colors, but not everybody likes, you know, the colors that I pick. But if you follow the link down by the comments, that little chain link down there, it takes you to the page about these cutouts, and you can go and see all the different kits. There's a few. There's a butterfly, there's a cardinal kit, there's a cross, so lighthouse, the tree of life. But you can't substitute the colors that are already pre-selected. So, and the kits are only in 12-inch. We're almost done. We got just a couple more left. And then we're gonna mix up our resin. And then I'm going to go home and have dinner. And then I will craft with you guys tomorrow night, since I'm here so late today. Isn't it beautiful? It really is pretty. These are really fun to do. The daisy one, yes, love it. I mean, look at how pretty this is. It's so colorful. I told you guys I was doing colorful. I said I'm gonna do colorful. I'll do it your way. Easy. Yeah. Well, I think the thing is like my version, like my interpretation of colors might be really different than what somebody else might think. Like somebody might not like this orange flower over here, and they might be like, I don't think that's a flower. I think that should be like the sky. It looks, you know, it's just however somebody sees their project. But my favorite one of all time is the crab. The crab just turned out so spectacular. So pretty. All right, a couple more. Let me spin this so I can put this in here. Perfect. Just use your finger. Tell it where to go. There we go. Try not to get it anywhere but where we want it. All right, I'm gonna scooch this, not that little pink piece. April's waiting on me. I'm going to order tweezers. There we go. I'm glad we did it the way we did, because I think it's just really good. Okay, there's a little, now if I can't get some of these colors out of here, I'll just have to do it whenever I add the resin. Because I can see a little blue piece in that pink, and then I see a little pink in this blue. All right. I think it looks so good. I do have extra of this left over, and I'm just gonna put it in one of these cups here. You could put it in a Ziploc bag too, but I really, really, really like this. All right. All right, let's mix up our resin. I'm gonna run you through what I used. So we used the crushed shell, okay? We used the Ivy Breeze and Treetop mixed together for the leaves, but you could use either or. Like, you could use either one. We did Pink Pop for the flamingo. We used Lemon Drop for the sun. We used Sunset Glow for the little flower. I think it looks like a flower. We used Golden Honey for the beak. Golden Honey. And then we used Mermaid Tail. No, Tidal Wave. Mermaid Tail. Daydream. And Royal Blue mixed together for the background. And then this down here is the shell. And then I have a little shell. What do I do with it? Oh, right here, this little sliver that we're gonna add as a little eye whenever we get done. So I'm gonna go put this up so I can get it out of my way. All right, and then I'm just gonna set this aside. Okay, now I'm gonna move this aside as well. So we're going to mix our resin. And the flamingo is style 35. Just move this out of the way. All right, so we want gloves for this. I have super cute pink ones. And you just get yourself a box of gloves. You get like a bunch of them. I got them on Amazon. I have some black ones too. Okay. You want to wear gloves when working with resin. You should wear a mask. You should, you know, make sure you work in a well-ventilated space. These are brand new because I'm out of the other ones. I don't use these little cups, but you can use them for glass. If you order this one off of Amazon, it'll come with these little silicone thingies. You can use them for like little cups to like pour your glass and stuff. It also comes with these two here, these little tops. I don't use these because I feel like it'll get clogged. And then you have some little popsicle sticks here. Can we use it as a cup coaster? I don't know. I don't know cup coaster, not sure. Then it has instructions. So I like the KHKD. And it has A and B on top, and then it also has A and B written on it as well. Now I'm gonna have to open both of these. Let me get my little tool here. I'm gonna put the lid back on. I don't use those. These do come sealed. It's okay. All right, and because I just got this all over my fingers, and I want to touch my container, I'm going to spray my hands with alcohol. And it will help break that down. And I'm just going to get a baby wipe and wipe this off. And then I'm going to wipe this off as well. This already has like a bead of resin stuck to it. And this is 99% alcohol. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to fill up one of these to 100. We're not using the little, I'm not using the little silicone one. Just not a fan. All right, so you got your little cup. Got your little cup and something to stir. Put my scissors back. Don't need that. Just make sure your area is clean. Sorry, I bumped my camera. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so you have part A and then you have part B. Here's the thing. You're going to do part B first into your cup, then you're going to put part A in. So just keep that in mind. Part B goes in first, then part A. You got it? I learned that from watching videos, and somebody who has a lot more experience than me gave me that tip. They said pour in B first, and I was like, okay, sounds good. And it's worked pretty good so far. So I'm gonna mark this where 50 is on my little cup here. And then I'm also gonna mark 100 so that I can see it, because these cups are clear. So 50 and 100. So part B goes in first. Pour slow, because you want equal parts 1-to-1 ratio. And then as you kind of get down to the end, close to the line, you just kind of want to stop. All right, so put your B cap back on your B. Now we're going to put A into the next line. So equal parts. Some resins are by weight, some of them are by like volume or whatever. And then we're going to go slow because we don't want to overfill, because once we add this A, it's really hard to go back. And you want equal parts. And then it's going to look really ribbony, like it needs mixed. Okay. That is 50. So 100, 100. All right, now I'm done with both of these. Okay, we don't need it. All right, now, I don't know if you can see this, but there is ribbons. There's little ribbons in there that you can see, and we want to mix that until it doesn't have ribbons in it. Until it's clear. So we're gonna mix it really good. It's gonna get a little milky, then it's gonna get clear. You want to mix your sides, and you want to do this for about 2 to 3 minutes, and just take your time. Don't rush it. We all want to do things like hurry up and do stuff, but this is one thing that you don't want to like do too quickly. So let me show you. Do you see how it's kind of milky now? It'll get clear the more we mix it. And you can always add a little heat also. And I'm just going along the sides. Some say like don't bring your stir stick out of the cup because it introduces bubbles. It doesn't matter what I've done. I still get bubbles sometimes. And it's starting to get clear as opposed to streaky. And I like to use this big stir stick because then I can drizzle more at a time. All right, let's stir it. Make sure we got it really good. The most boring part. I'm going to add just a little bit of heat to my cup because it feels really cool. Also, the heat will help the bubbles rise to the top. This is 220 degrees. All right. So I think that's pretty good. And so as you add heat to it, it'll get a little bit more liquidy too. And then your bubbles will start to pop. This is not hot, like I can handle it and hold it, but now you see how it drizzles really easy. I really do like this. Okay, so now it is pretty clear. You can see. Now you know what to expect. All right, let's bring it over. Let me wipe my hands down one more time. All right, now we're gonna bring this back over. All right, I just don't want this to fall over on my project here. All right, we don't need those little glue dots anymore. All right, so we're gonna start in the middle and work our way outward. That's what I do. You can do your own thing, no rules. Just, you know, don't just pour it on and then it just will end up going everywhere. I've seen people like pour it on. I'm like, oh gosh, don't just pour it on there. Definitely don't want to do that. There's a blue in my yellow. All right, so we're gonna just start in the middle. And if you don't want it on the black, try not to get it on the black. Okay, so we're just going to dip in, and then I'm just gonna start drizzling right in here, and I'm just gonna let it settle, and it'll self-level into the little opening, and then we'll come back and check it to see if we need to add more. And you'll see how the glass changes when we add that resin. It'll start to look like more transparent. You just drizzle it on like you're icing cinnamon rolls. Like that's the best explanation. And a little bit of this will go a long way, believe it or not. So I can see that needs just a little bit more there. And then I can tell I'm gonna need to get in these corners. I'm gonna go ahead and do the flamingo's head. And remember, we're gonna add that eye last. Just drizzle it. And the really cool thing is if you get colored glass in areas where it doesn't go, you can see it. I think we're having spaghetti for dinner. We got these garlic Parmesan rolls at Costco. I was like, we could probably have this with spaghetti. Sounds pretty good. All right, let's come down and do this other side of our flamingo. The colors are really pretty. Now you definitely got to give this time to like cure. You really do. So I usually do these in the evenings most of the time. If I do them during the day, it's mostly evening by the time I get done with them. And then I can peel the transfer paper off the next day. You just don't want to peel it when it's wet. I might have to mix more. So all I've got done is my flamingo in this portion right here. And we've already used half. Let's do our shell. We'll come back to that. Hopefully I don't have to make any more. Sometimes you can just go back and add like little drops. My phone died. Sorry. My phone died. So sorry. It's not frozen. My phone died. I was like, why is my screen frozen? My phone is above my head, so I can't see that my phone, like, normally I have my phone plugged in to the charger and it died. But the great thing about Facebook is if your phone dies, you can plug it back in and then power on your phone and it will let you resume your video. I mean, Facebook does have a couple good features. I definitely think I'm gonna run out, you guys. But I think I have enough extra that I can use in the middle. For this. Go ahead and do this blue. Sorry about that. I haven't done any of this right here. I've already done the shell at the bottom. Let me do the sun. And see, the longer it is in here, it's gonna start curing. And then it's not gonna drizzle near as easy as it was. It's gonna be a lot thicker. It'll take a little more time for it to level into the glass. All right, let's come around. I'm definitely gonna have to make some more. I just don't know how much more. Let's do this blue. Let's do the beak. This blue. Get the orange. Isn't it looking so good? It's so colorful. I'm trying to decide how much do I think I'm gonna need. get some of this up in there. The top. I'm trying to look for spots where I can add some. I have like a sliver left. Let's do this green over here, like this one. There's a really weird long piece. Let's drizzle in this. So I'm probably gonna need to make about 10 more, maybe 15. I definitely don't have enough. So this is going to take more than 100, which typically on average depends on how many openings you have. This one has a lot more openings. So I'm gonna let this sit in this cup and then it'll just cure in there, and we're gonna create some in a new cup. So we're gonna start with B, and I'm gonna mark this so I know what we're working with here. Where'd my marker go? There it is. Okay, so we're gonna go with I'm gonna do 30. Let's do that. So we're gonna do B. And we just need 15. It's starting to settle. I'm just making sure. Okay, let's do. Each notch is 10. Hang on. I think that's okay. Now we're going to do A. Alrighty. And a new stick. This will go a lot quicker. There's not so much in here to mix. And this should finish what we have left. Let me heat this up. All right. Oh, my phone died. That's why my video froze. My phone died. All right. mixing, mixing, mixing. Looks pretty good to me. All right, bring it back over. Let's finish the rest. All righty. I think we can do it. So everything else is pretty filled. All right, that's good. And then we have these three right here. This one we didn't quite get finished. So it took 130. And then we'll use what's left in our cup with our paintbrush to go around our edges. All right, I'm gonna work into the corners really quick. Just making sure. I feel like that one needs just a smidge. You'll kind of see where you might need to add it. All right, now I can tell just from looking at this that there is a piece of shell in here. And so I'm just gonna scoop it out. You can see it's a piece of shell. Like if you get pieces that you need to dig out, just dig them out. All right, so just making sure I got my corners. Sometimes when you drizzle it, it shifts the glass around. And we've all seen what happens when you miss like the edge or a corner. It looks kind of clear because the resin is clear. It will move away from the edges when you drizzle it. Isn't it? Just making sure I got the corners. Like that corner right there. Green. What do you think?
It's very pretty.
I think so too. You'll have to do one of these sometime.
Yeah. Yes, I will.
I'm almost done. I think the yellow's pretty good. Oh, there's a dark spot right there. tell if that's a dark spot or a bubble. All right, let's check our flamingo. Looks pretty good. I definitely feel like this edge up here in this corner. Looks good. Right in that corner. On the belly. See, this is where when you get your glass in there, you can actually like start to make sure everything is where it is supposed to be before it cures. There's a corner right there. There we go. The beak. So this corner right here. There's a dark piece. Maybe it's just in my mind. I mean, it's fine. Looks pretty good. That corner. There's a bubble right there. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. Our shell looks good. It looks coated. All right, now I'm gonna take what's left in here and use my paintbrush. And I'm just gonna stick this stick in that cup there. And then let's get us a paintbrush to go around our outlines. And we have enough to do that. So just dip your brush in and then just go around your black outline if you want to. You don't have to. I just like the way it looks. And if you have extra, you'll kind of see that you have a little extra. Oh, we're going to do the eye last. So I'm going to let this cure just a little bit because it's going to want to sink to the bottom. I can see I have a lot extra through here. there. This is a little time consuming, but it just adds the perfect finishing touch. Oh, that leaf. Go ahead and add this. I'm not doing all the way around the edge yet. And then we'll see how this turns out tomorrow. I think it's going to be so pretty. Do you see how it's just coming together? And I like how we did the background, how it looks kind of like confetti. It does look more like a mosaic. Which is really cool. And you just don't want to let it run off the edge. And if you see a piece of glass on the black, don't let it stay there because it will stay raised. And it'll be kind of noticeable. This is the boring part. But you get to use a paintbrush, so that's a good thing. I see a dark spot in this pink. I don't know exactly what it is. Oh, maybe it's just a bubble. Now, I don't like to do a really heavy coat on the edge because I don't want it to drip off the edge. But if it does drip off the edge, you can just use some like trimmers and like trim it off before it cures completely. That's the important part. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you. I wanted to, I think I'm gonna do, I think I have the whale's tail. I have the surfboards too. I really want to do the surfboards. They're really fun. They're pretty popular. That piece of glass. Okay, I can see pretty much where everything is coated on the black. You could do your outline, your wood outline, like a stained color. You can do it a completely different color. It's completely up to you. All right. Got that. Okay, I just need to do the edge around here. All right, let's turn it around. Let's get the rest of this on this side. Piece of glass. You want to work kind of quickly. And you'll see that the resin will continue to like level itself even though I'm using this brush. It'll level itself out. Okie dokie. Next. Around the sun. Oh, piece of glass. All right. And then I'm going to spray this with alcohol whenever I'm done. And it'll help pop the rest of those bubbles. I can kind of see. All right, so now all that's left to do is like the outer edge. And I just like to kind of lightly coat it. And then just lightly go over the hanger. And like we talked about in the beginning, if you weren't here, if you wanted to have a shiny back and a shiny front, then you'll have to add a top coat to the back side, because this adhesive transfer paper is not going to keep the shine. It'll be like a matte finish, but it won't be sticky. That's a good thing. When we use that vinyl, oh my gosh, the vinyl was terrible. Somebody had said use the removable vinyl, and I'm like, it doesn't remove. It leaves a really bad sticky back. And so I started testing different backers, and this paper transfer tape really works like a charm. And we're going to have plenty to go around. Look at that. It just looks so different now with the resin than it did before. Try not to let your bristles go off the edge. Just kind of keep it right on top. little bit more. There's a lot here. Okay, I think I got everything. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit there to cure. And I'm just gonna add some alcohol to this brush so I can reuse it. Over there. Get a new wipe for my hands. I just don't want to touch this spray bottle. Y'all, the lights are reflecting off of this. I'll show it to you here in a second. So the next thing I'm going to do is spray this. Let me go ahead and do my eye. Here's my sponge. Oh my goodness, I flipped it. So I added a little black dot for like the eye with my little sponge from how we painted this. So it's not like a black eye, it's a shell. It's a shell piece. That's a bubble right there. Okay, it's just a little shell piece that I added here because there's no eye spot for it. And I know that the lights are like glaring. Hopefully you can see that. There you go. You can see. Okay, let me bring my light back so I can see. All right, so now we're gonna spray this with alcohol. And this is 99%, you can use 91%. And I do a generous amount. And then I don't really try to touch it again for a second, okay? Don't touch it again for a second. Just let it sit there for just a few. So the bubbles can come to the surface. And then as you see them kind of rise, there'll be like a few more than normal. I'm gonna add a little bit more on this side. And pretty much all my bubbles are gone. There's like one here. Oh, maybe that's a piece. No, that's clearly a bubble. That's a bubble too. that bubble's gone. There's a bubble right here. Okay, that one's gone. Next. Okay, I see quite a few in my sun. I just try to poke and introduce that alcohol into those little air bubbles, and it usually works pretty good. And I'm just like pushing. All right, that's pretty good. I don't see any. There's like a couple right there. Now, I'm not going to end up bubble free completely. I've found that out with this crushed glass, that it's just, you know, you're going to end up having maybe a few, but you shouldn't have very many. You just don't want them to be like big bubbles. All right, I think this looks really good. A little white along this border here. That orange. It's a dark piece. Okay. I don't see any more. Oh, right here. Got it, got it, got it. Oh, there is a bubble right there. In the yellow. See it? There we go. Just a little bit of patience. The orange is so vibrant. Okay. I am done with this. Let me move the light away so you can see. It's going to be really dark. Like, it takes all the shine away, but it's really dark over here. Let me take these gloves off. Unplug this phone. And pull this off the stand. And you see the little eye there? It's a shell. It has a piece of glass sticking up. I'm just gonna go around so you can see it. Like in this wing right here. Just try to fix that. Like right there. I mean, the glass is not perfect. And there is different shades of pink. Just trying to get it. There we go. I mean, for the most part, it's good. I love how the background turned out. And I love the sun part. I like how the sun looks. I really like it. I hope you guys like it too. I just took a screenshot. Okay. Hopefully you guys have a great evening. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you like it. I hope it was fun. It was challenging, but it turned out really good. So we will see how it turns out tomorrow when we peel all the stuff off. Thank you. And if you missed it, you can go back and watch the replay and see all the details about this cutout here and what we did. And then I will be back tomorrow. So y'all enjoy your night, and I will see you guys next time.